Oppong Nkrumah versus the Chief Justice. Okay, so this is the rate of Oppong Nkrumah. We'll show you the rest. What's the vacation of legal? That's what we have explained here. And you have CI 47, days and hours of sitting. Now, CI 47 regulates the days and the hours of sitting. So the lawyers have that in their system. They have a few other holidays I have to tell you from the CI. That's also on your screen. Easter Monday in each year and ending on the Friday immediately following. So the period after Easter Monday, what some people call Easter Tuesday. So Easter Tuesday, Easter Wednesday, Easter Friday, then the next one, not the Good Friday one. So after Easter Monday, the rest of the week, the lawyers take it off. The courts don't sit the rest of the week. I'm going to explain to you, when we say the courts don't sit, what does it mean? Yeah. Okay. So these are some periods. And then they also have the main one, the period commencing 1st August in each year and ending 30th September in that year. That is the period of their leave. And also the period commencing 23rd December in each year and ending 6th January in the next year. So these are the middle one, the B on your screen is the main leave that we are talking about here. All right. So because the lawyers know and the judicial system is aware that there will be a legal vacation, but they also know that legal vacation doesn't mean that every court is locked. No. So what happens in the system? What happens over the last how many years? Recently, we're celebrating 150 years of the Supreme Court. So what has been happening over the last 150 years is that by June, is it June? Yes, by June, the Lord Chief Justice will publish a list of judges who are going to sit in this vacation. They will have criminal judges and they will have civil judges who are going to sit in this vacation. It's published. Every lawyer knows. Now, the purpose of this publication, I like what they are giving me now. Excellent. So, viewers, if you can follow, can they see it clearly? Yeah, maybe put it up like that. Should I spread it out so they can see it? Great. Can you see it better? Now, look at the date on this document. And it's a memorandum to all judges. And it's from the Deputy Judicial Secretary. And is dated 16th of June, 2026. The subject is roster for vacation sittings on the High Court, 2026. Respectfully, the letter says, I have been directed by His Lordship, the Acting Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Gabriel Poaman, to forward the attached roster for sittings of the High Court during the 2026 legal vacation for your kind attention. Please accept the compliments, he says, of His Lordship, the Acting Chief Justice. So by June 16th, 2026, the members of the Ghana Bar Association and members of the Dafiamapo Bar Association, which is just Dafiamapo and Madina MP and 3 of them. So 3 of them are members of one bar association. The rest of the lawyers are members of the Ghana Bar Association. They all knew, they were all aware that the following judges are going to be vacation judges. All the vacation judges are High Court judges because it is known that the High Court takes a lot of issues. So they have them. Now, it is important for us to clarify here that when a vacation judge is named, if you understand a bit of equation, the vacation judge is the constant in the equation. The variable is the cases that will come to him. So when you are named as a vacation judge, it doesn't mean that the work that you have been doing during the term, you continue doing it during the vacation. No, that's what it means. You stop the work that you've been doing because the lawyers have gone on vacation. They'll come in October. And then you have been listed as a vacation judge. So you sit down and wait. So when people have cases during the vacation, they know that I have to file it to this judge. These are vacation judges. The rest are not available. So let's look at the roster properly because there's something interesting I'm going to bring out in the roster. So if you look at the roster that was given for vacation judges, this is Land Court 1, 2, 3. It's Justice Rubina Ajele Kwesen, Mrs. She's a vacation judge. She'll be sitting. Justice Efio Usu Apia will be sitting. Justice Caleb Abedu will be sitting. That's Labor Court 1. And then Justice Mariam Sinari will be sitting. Justice Sedinam Awo Kwadam will be sitting. Justice Halima El Alawari Al Basit will be sitting. And Justice Isaac Addo will also be sitting. Now, look at the one that we have circled. Justice Kokuvi Te. There's a reason why we have circled that. It's very important. I'm going to explain it now. Now, keep your eye on it, please. Justice Kokuvi Te is the same judge who is prosecuting the matter of the National Service people. What do they, Gift Yowari and co. Justice Kokivite is the judge for that matter. But listen to this. Because that matter is a criminal trial matter that should be suspended during the vacation as normal, she has actually suspended that matter. So Gift Owari and co will reappear before Justice Kwaku Vite in October. But Justice Kwaku Vite is a vacation judge. It doesn't mean that she's going to continue with the Gift Owari matter during the vacation. It means that she's been listed as a vacation judge. She's going to sit down as a constant in the equation and wait for the variables, which is the cases that will come before her. She's not going to treat any of the trial cases that she was already doing during the legal term year. She's going to wait on those ones, adjourn them until after the vacation. But she's been listed as a vacation judge, so she will hear them. What happens to these vacation judges? Well, don't they go on vacation? They very do. When everyone has come back, the Chief Justice will have a schedule for them also to take their vacation. Next year, another judge will be a vacation judge. Next year, so when you talk to judges, as I do sometimes, and they are trying to remind you of something, they'll say, oh, you know, in 2015, that year I was a vacation judge. You hear a lot about High Court judges. Everyone becomes a vacation judge at one point or the other. So the concern that Oppong Nkrumah is having is this. How can it be that on the 16th of June, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, has issued the list of vacation judges, and we know them. And then somehow or rather, you issue a warrant to a particular judge who is actually not a High Court judge. He's a judge of the Court of Appeal, but he's sitting as an additional High Court judge on criminal matters of Hanan, Kwabena Edubuahin, and all that. And everyone is expecting these cases to also hold on to the vacation. And the judge says, and the Chief Justice writes to Justice Achibonga and says that you have to sit. And here is the letter. It's here. It says, by virtue of the powers conferred on me, I hereby authorize you to sit as an additional High Court judge at the Specialized Court 1, Law Court Complex, Accra, during the 2026 legal vacation and conduct hearings. It goes on to say that by a copy of this letter, the Deputy Judicial Secretary, Court Manager, Law Court Complex, Accra, is accordingly notified. Please accept my compliments, Justice Paul Bafoboni, Chief Justice, and his copy to Judicial Secretary, etc. This is the contention of the Honorable Member of Parliament himself, a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Hon.Oppong Nkrumah. He says that, how is the Chief Justice able to do this? How is he able to do that? And he's calling it an abuse of the Chief Justice's discretion. He's calling it an abuse of law. And he's calling on the Supreme Court to strike it out as null, void, and of no effect. This is the matter that the Supreme Court will be hearing on Thursday. But it doesn't end there. The Attorney General has responded. Let's check it out. What did the Attorney General say? What is the Attorney General's response? Now, the Attorney General says that the warrants issued by the Chief Justice are administrative acts, not constitutional matters. As such, they do not fall within the Supreme Court's exclusive or original jurisdiction. The constitutional provisions cited by the applicant, blah, 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 they do not provide the proper basis for invoking the Supreme Court's jurisdiction. And then they say somewhere also about human rights. They say that Article 3610, which is under Chapter 6 of the Constitution, cannot by itself, or even when read together with Chapter 5 provisions, ground the court's exclusive jurisdiction. So the Attorney General's contention on the Oppong Nkrumah matter is not really on the substantive matter. The Attorney General is seeking to get the case out. He's raising a question of jurisdiction. He's saying that the matters being complained about are matters that are matters of jurisdiction and of human rights. And if they are matters of human rights, then the Supreme Court is not the right place for the settlement of human rights matters. The Constitution points to the High Court. So the Attorney General, in his response to the writ for Thursday, is going to ask the Supreme Court that your jurisdiction has not been properly invoked, and send Hon.Oppong Nkrumah to the High Court to argue his human rights matter. Hon.Oppong Nkrumah's lawyers are going to argue otherwise. They are going to say that what they are complaining about is an abuse of law. It's the way in which a law has been used, and only the Supreme Court can do that. That's not a human rights matter. They are not formulating a human rights action. They are formulating an action which is challenging the exercise of discretion under the 1992 Constitution. Let's see what the Supreme Court says. Unfortunately, these days, they don't tell us the quorum, which is the panel, before the morning of the court case. Otherwise, we would have